In a world whose hosts cried out for a replacement to Thunderdome. The Top 10 is proud to bring you the Relist.
Relist. Relist.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of The Relist.
Relist. Relist.
Nice. Well done, man. Well done. We are back again this week with a fantastic Relist recap here and talk about, this is because of our patrons. We do this show. 3 of them are selected. 1 chooses the topic. 2 send in their lists. And Matt and I, who've never seen these lists before, read them off, count them down, and then combine them at the end of the show. Kind of a mini version of our show, except we don't control what goes on the list.
Yeah.
We can control where it's placed, but we don't control what goes on the list.
We don't add any movies to it. If we feel that something got slighted or whatnot, we go through yours, and this is your show. It's for you. It's by us.
Yeah.
It's a joint venture. Our thanks to Chris Alexakos on another difficult relist. He just got this to us today, thankfully, in time to record.
Thank you, Chris.
And he was like, basically gave the list of how many people I had to go through and be like, bro, I've been there, and I do not envy that. But finally, we got our 3 competitors. It is Frank Montoya, Michael D. Dyke, and Johanna Linaverta.
Yeah.
And Frank Montoya chose top 10 movie cameos.
Oh.
So there we go. And
All
that's
right.
Mike's list and Johanna's list, and we'll go through those, and we'll combine them at the end. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the relist.
I like it. All right. Should we start? You want me to go first?
Sure.
Okay. This is Johanna Linaverta's list, and he's got a message. First of all, hello, Mr. Gnosis, Mr. Roca, and second of all, thank you to the randomizer website that decided to pick me for this relist. This was quite difficult to create, and when I used the internet to refresh my memory, there were some weird options for cameos, like Tom Cruise in Tropic Thunder, but that's an actual role and not a cameo. A cameo for me is something surprising and brief. Now to the actual list. So his number 10 is Brad Pitt in Deadpool 2.
Not on my list, but great choice.
It is a great choice. Talk about brief and surprising. The trailer showed The Vanisher. Showed The Vanisher in the movie, but we had no idea it was going to be Brad Pitt for all the 3 seconds he was in the movie. Absolutely. And that's actually Brad Pitt.
It is.
He's actually got filmed for this. He totally was excited to be a part of it, and it was brilliant decision.
I actually saw that with Gabe and my brother-in-law, and Gabe hit me and was like, that's Brad Pitt. After it happened, I was like, shut up, really? And then looked it up as soon as we walked out of the theater. I was like, good for him, man.
Right.
Signing on to do a superhero picture and only be in it that scant amount.
That's classic Brad Pitt.
The only better version is like Damon in Thor.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
That is perfect. If you're going to choose to be in it but not really be in it.
Right. And I think that counts as a cameo because he's not in it that long.
Yeah. No, he's not in it that long, and it's not he didn't get billed for it.
He's so funny in that, bro.
He is. The whole thing. But Brad Pitt's is awesome. Just for that split second.
So good.
So pointless.
All right, his number 9 is Neil Patrick Harris. Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle.
Not on my list.
Okay. NPH as a random hitchhiker on the side of the road who then ends up stealing their car and just leaves you thinking about what the fuck just happened. I agree. I'm not a big fan of NPH. I don't think it's that great. I didn't like How I Met Your Mother.
Okay.
I didn't like him hosting the Tonys. He's kind of a bit, to me, he just annoys me sometimes. Okay. But in these films, he is great because he's in on the joke. And that is what you want. Like Michael Bolton in that Lonely Island video. When you're in on the joke and people think of you as kind of a aloof or stuck up or whatever, it's great to see that wall come down.
Yeah.
And when it's authentic, which what it feels like here, and he gets the best of them in every movie, it's brilliantly funny. So I can't deny his work in these movies, and it's a great choice from Johanna. Do you remember these movies? Do you like them?
I've seen the first one, but it's been a long time.
Okay.
So to me, is his part a cameo? Or is it bigger than a cameo?
Fair. I don't know how long.
I don't know, because if he keeps recurring later on after, I guess just depends on how long his runtime in the first one was.
Yeah.
maybe it was a really tiny part. Memory does not serve me well.
Right.
And then eventually they're like, that was a hit with people, and they gave him bigger parts later on.
Right.
Or was this a...
No, it's a small part in the film.
Okay.
So maybe it's just a cameo in the film, but then he got a bigger part because people's reaction to it. All right, his number 8 is Cate Blanchett in Hot Fuzz.
That's another good call.
Yep.
Not on my list.
This movie had multiple options for me. I decided to go with Kate because of the bit with Bob and Dave. Hello there. All right.
Oh, I just loved it because you took one of the most recognizable and attractive actresses working today.
And regal actresses working
Yes.
and put her in.
Put her in scrubs behind a mask and a facial mask and everything else. So you can only... I recognized her by her voice, but it took me a second. I was like, hold on, who is that? I know that voice. Just to completely cover. All you can see are her eyes.
Yeah.
It's a great cameo.
It's so brilliant, man. Agreed.
All right, so that was your 7?
Yep.
All
or
right.
8, rather. 8.
Or 8. So this is from Johanna. Oh, no, pardon me. This is from Michael D. Dyke.
Right.
And it says, thank you, Matt and John, for the honor to submit another Top 10 relist. Hashtag Top 10 Cleveland has a nice ring to it. If and when you guys plan a live show here.
Yeah.
I'm good for 2 tickets to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland or 2 tickets to the Football Hall of Fame in North Canton for the 2 of you.
Wait a minute.
Plus, we'll give my good friend Jeremy Metz the opportunity to come to Cleveland.
Let's
make it happen.
All right.
He said, this topic was difficult. So many good cameos to pick from. Had my top 3. It was a matter of filling out the rest of the list. So here goes. At 10, he's got, he lists the movie saying Austin Powers Goldmember.
Okay.
And then parenthetically, you got cameos from Cruise, Paltrow, Spacey, DeVito, Travolta, Spielberg. And there are many making an action movie from a spoof of an action genre.
That's fair. Not on this list. So
it's the only one I haven't seen.
Okay. Oh, you haven't seen the last one?
No.
Oh, wow. Goldmember. Right. We've talked. I think we've talked to you.
Yeah, it came up at some point.
Yeah. I think it's great. Those are nice choices. Absolutely. They're very funny. Very small cameos, but hilarious nonetheless when they appear. Dude, see this movie. Michael Caine's the reason to see the movie, man. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but there's a million other movies that I need to see.
I know.
So I'll just stick to those for the time being. I'm not against it, but...
Sounds like you're against it.
Well, by the time it came out, for years, the Halloween costume was Austin Powers, and you had to hear "Yeah, baby" as a fucking catchphrase from people that have no real personality.
Yeah.
It's just, it had worn thin for me by the time the movie came out.
Yeah, that's fair. But isn't Mike Myers doing that? Those are other people.
It's the surrounding pop culture. It's awesome that you made something that really hooked us,
right.
But it just became too much. So I was out by the time the third one came out.
Fair enough. All right. What's
9 is Back to the Future, the cameo from Huey Lewis.
Oh, that's a great choice.
It is a good choice.
No, not on this list.
Huey tells Marty just too darn loud as he is riffing Power of Love, and he loves it. It is. He's playing one of the judges for the music contest in the very beginning. He's got glasses on, so it nerds him up as this older man. It's just too darn loud.
Have you seen the behind the scenes on this one? There's a behind the scenes featurette, and Huey is interviewed while and he's just like super. He talks about how super nervous he was, and that he kind of turned it down a little because he wasn't sure he could do it, and all this guy's that because he's not an actor.
Yeah,
but you're like, well, it's so random to see him in the movie.
Yeah, it's such a tiny part.
Yeah. But it's perfect. It works so well. Great choice.
All right, so that was his 9.
Yeah.
And his 8 is Maverick, the cameo from Danny Glover.
Oh, nice choice.
Another good choice.
Yeah, not on here.
He put in the midst of the Lethal Weapon run a fun cameo.
Yeah.
They're just playing cards, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it just scans the table, and then suddenly there's Danny Glover. It takes you out of the moment. Like, oh, yeah, these two, they got great chemistry between the two of them. It's a quality cameo.
Yeah.
Because you don't see it coming in the slightest.
Nope. And it works so well. Because the shootout happens around the game as well, and you see them both like cowered under the table. It's really funny.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. That's a great choice. All right. His number 7 is Johnny Depp in 21 Jump Street.
All right. That's his. It's his 6.
Oh, perfect. Depp reprising his role from the 21 Jump Street TV show, once again playing Tom Hansen. Shame how it ended for him. Yeah, that's true.
Honestly, he wrote almost the exact same thing.
Oh, wow.
Depp reprising his role as Hansen, quickly killed off, surprising yet hilarious.
It's
roughly the same thing. That's what the cameo was.
Yeah, it was so brilliant.
I don't know where it's like, oh, look, there's Johnny Depp, and I guess that's the other dude.
Yeah, Peter DeLuise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I hadn't seen him in so long.
Oh, yeah, man, yeah.
His career, didn't springboard like Johnny's did.
Both those DeLuise kids did work for a while, though. That's for
They did.
sure. The Dom's kids surely did work for a while.
But
Can't argue that.
a bygone era.
Yeah.
It was, 80s
Yeah,
is when
very
they
true.
had working, maybe through early 90s.
Yeah. But yeah, great choice. I mean, Johnny Depp always, like, he's willing to do these things if you can talk him into it. He's willing to do these random things in movies.
That one makes all the sense in the world, too.
Yeah.
You're already doing it. They're doing it right in that it's got a decent budget, so and it's not. They're doing an updated version, so it's not like Starsky and Hutch where they're trying to go back and it's kind of lampooning 70s movies.
Right.
Anyway, what do you got next?
Number 6, Cam Neely in Dumb and Dumber. Hockey star Cam Neely.
Great choice, not on my list.
Okay, he says, "Who's the dead man who hit me with the salt shaker?" A Boston Bruins legend. I had to get him on the list. Kick his ass, Seabass. He also showed up in.
Yeah, he's the one that shows up to rape him.
Yeah, right. That's right.
For a good time, stay here. And then when they trick him in that moment,
Oh,
he does
God.
the point down. Yeah, Seabass and the fellas said that they were going to pick up the check. And he looks over and he's just pointing down. They get in the car. Lloyd, where did you even think of that? Oh, I saw it in this great movie. And he explains it, and he's like, did the guys get away? He's like, no, it's the best part. The killer catches up with them a couple miles down the road and just brutally murders them. That's just the stupidity of the characters.
I love that the Farrellys used him because they also used him in Me, Myself, and Irene as well.
Oh, okay.
Him and Sharapova, because he's one of the cops who gives Carrie a bunch of shit before he switches.
Makes
over and
sense. It's a small
becomes
part.
Carl. I love that movie. That might be my favorite Farrelly brothers, to be honest with you. All right, what's your 7 and 6?
Well, 6 we just did with 21 Jump Street.
Okay.
So 7 is Men in Black 2, the cameo from Michael Jackson.
Oh, great! Right.
He's up on that screen.
That's right.
So he was asked to do cameo in the first film, but Jackson turned it down. Then he requested to be in the second. Agent M, a fun nod to the late King of Pop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did they make him an alien in another one?
Yeah, I think they made him an alien in that one, or they said, "Why do you think Michael Jackson this or this?" And they make a joke about it. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure how. I don't remember distinctly, but I know that he was they made him some kind of alien. It's weird now, of course, to kind of see these things with everything that happened afterwards.
Yeah, no, it definitely taints it.
Right? It's not as fun to remember, but he was good.
Yeah, not nearly as much enjoyment.
Yeah. All right, Johanna's number 5 is Matt Damon from Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, well, we already sang the praises.
He did. Well, Johanna said Matt Damon playing Loki in a play in the MCU. Sign me up. The scene also had Luke Hemsworth as Thor and Sam Neill as Odin, but I had to go with Matt because it's Matt. How could I not? And I thoroughly agree. Thoroughly agree.
Yeah, nothing against anybody else, but when Matt Damon is delivering that little monologue, it's so great.
With that nose, the fake nose. Oh, my God. It's genius.
It is. And, there's a whole slew of actors like Damon or McConaughey or Brad Pitt or George Clooney. George Clooney's done one, but not in the current version where they make $1 billion.
Right.
So now it's a completely different animal. But the whole list of actors and actresses that don't pop up in these type of movies.
And would never pop up in these
Yeah,
movies.
It's not something whatever offers coming in, it just doesn't really speak to them.
Yeah.
I'm sure once these got a little bit bigger, they were offered something.
Yeah, McConaughey Batman is an interesting thing to think about. Because, he's got that Texas drawl, but he's such a good-looking dude with that jawline. His Batman would be a lot more relaxed, could be a lot more grittier.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Way more laid back, but it would still work. And he could play Bruce, he could play Batman. It would be interesting. I don't mean now, obviously, but I do mean 10 years ago, maybe.
But it'll be really interesting to see who they tap to be Iron Man.
Yeah.
Because that one now is indelibly Downey's. Mm-hmm. Whereas they've already kind of laid the groundwork for it. There's going to be other Captain Americas.
Yeah, right.
So it's like, okay, that's fine. It's more palatable.
Yeah.
But we know that he is gone, and he's been a linchpin of this massive, multi-billion-dollar franchise.
And he's necessary to be a part of it, too.
Exactly.
Right.
You need him. He helped create the atmosphere where jokes were possible in those movies.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
But yeah, great choice with Matt Damon.
Agreed.
All right, so my 5 is Kurt Russell's voice as Elvis in Forrest Gump. Which I didn't even know that he was playing Elvis.
Yeah. Because Kurt Russell had played Elvis in that old TV movie from the 70s.
Okay.
So to have him come back and play Elvis, that was kind of a nod to that, I imagine. So,
well, he wrote
awesome.
Kurt playing Elvis again.
Yeah.
Plus, no list is complete without him.
Yeah.
I don't remember him as being the voice of Elvis.
Isn't there is an Elvis character in the movie, right? Because he says something to him.
Maybe I remember the Lyndon Johnson, and like other ones, but
John
I don't.
Lennon,
yeah, John Lennon. I just don't. The Elvis escapes me.
Huh? Yeah. Let me see. Let me look it up real quick, just so we can pinpoint it in the movie. Elvis Presley, Forrest Gump.
I'm gonna look it up as well. Maybe it'll come up on IMDb a little quicker.
Oh yeah, it's when he's the young kid, and Elvis he's renting a room in Sally Field's house. So he's in the background. He's like teaching the kid how to move with his.
Oh yeah,
that's Elvis. So that's Kurt Russell doing his voice because they purposely obscure Elvis, like they make him kind of fuzzy in the background. Yeah,
which is smart.
Yeah, very smart. Oh wow, how interesting! I forgot about that.
Yeah, totally forgot about that.
Damn, that's great. All right, I respect that choice. It's a nice choice. That was at number 5?
That was my 5. What do you got at 4?
Johanna at number 4 has Mike Tyson in The Hangover.
Okay, not on the remainder of my list.
Okay. Iron Mike air drumming the drum solo from In the Air Tonight and singing along. He deserves a spot on the list just for the drumming. Agreed. That was a fun cameo out of nowhere. And the lion thing was crazy, and him punching Zach Galifianakis.
I mean, just cold cocks him.
I mean, he just went down like a sack of potatoes, man.
How could you not? You might have irreversible brain damage at that point.
That was so funny when people would say that. Oh, I'd take $5 million to fight Mike Tyson. Are you fucking crazy? He would just bash your brains.
Yeah, but I would do that overweight, like who was it, Irish guy?
Oh,
faced him like after prison. The Hurricane was Hurricane in his name or something.
I forget. Jesus, I got Cam Neely in my brain, so I can't think of the guy's name. I think it was Joe something, and he wore those green shorts. Got knocked the fuck out right off the bat. I think it was Joe Neely or something like that. I forget what his name is. Yeah,
I'm looking it up now.
He was a tomato can. That's what was in his name, not Hurricane. Tomato can.
Is that what it was? Very well could have been. I mean, the dude.
Everybody called him.
I remember him on like a pizza commercial.
Yes.
In the lead up to it. Let's see. So I just have a list of every person he ever boxed.
Okay.
So I've got to scan through and try and figure out.
Get all the way down there.
So Buster Mathis, Peter McNeely.
Peter McNeely. I knew Neely was in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, Peter McNeely. Wow. Yeah.
Let me see if Pete had a nickname.
Yeah, what's his nickname? Got my ass knocked out. That's his nickname. Glass Joe.
Yep, totally the guy. Early life career. Does he have a nick? I don't see a nickname on his Wikipedia.
I don't think he earned one.
I thought he had like just one, and then you saw him, and you're like, well, that doesn't seem to fit.
Maybe it was Irish, whatever, McNeely. Maybe Irish Peter McNeely or whatever. Maybe it was that.
Maybe it was. I don't know. I want to look up a specific nickname. This is great.
No,
radio.
No, now you're going into deep dive.
Yeah, Hurricane. Yep, Hurricane. Boom.
Get out of here.
Boom.
Was it really?
Yep, Hurricane. I knew
Peter
it was something.
McNeely.
Hurricane McNeely. Just like, this dude, no way. How did you ever get that moniker?
Who let you get away with that?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
You're a punching bag. That's literally your role, is a punching bag.
Glorified punching bag. All right, what's your number 4?
4 is Kareem in Airplane.
Oh, great choice.
It is.
I don't know if that's a cameo, though, man. He's got multiple scenes.
He's not just the one where the kid is like, hey, my dad says that guy doesn't play defense.
No, because he has the scenes with Peter Graves. He has a couple of scenes with Peter Graves and with the other co-pilot. Throughout the movie, so it's a nice choice. I'm not gonna strike it from the list, but he has more of a role in the movie than just that scene. Even though that's
popping
the
up
scene.
in and out that quickly.
Yeah. So he's got more stuff to do.
All right, well, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, but good choice though. I like him in that.
What do you got, 3?
His number 3 is Matt Damon again. This time in Eurotrip.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I like that movie. Matt Damon, once again, you could have put Damon on this list like 5 times. I limited it to this and Thor. All I'm saying is that Scotty doesn't know. Yeah, that's the song he sang. Scotty doesn't know.
Yeah, because he slept with his girlfriend.
Yeah.
I remember that specific. Yes. I've never seen the movie.
Oh, really?
But I've seen that scene.
Yeah.
I liked Road Trip. I saw it in the theater.
Right.
And then they were doing Euro Trip, and I was like, I know it was on Comedy Central eventually. Because, what's his name? Hawkeye. Shit.
Jeremy Renner?
Jeremy Renner. Isn't he in Euro Trip?
No.
What Lampoon's movie is he in? Where they're on some sort of student trip.
I don't know. Is it class vacation, class trip or whatever? You going back into the deep dive?
Yep, going back into IMDb.
Euro Trip has Michelle Trachtenberg.
Sure.
And then a couple of other dudes who I didn't see do much after that. This hot Swedish actress who played the girlfriend of the guy who was one of the... Kristen Kruk, I think, is his ex-girlfriend who breaks up with him and goes sleep with Matt Damon. Vinnie Jones is in it. It's a funny... I like it way better than Road Trip. I think it's actually really funny. And Trachtenberg is kind of sexy in that movie. At that time when I was watching it, I thought she was very attractive for that time. But yeah, a lot of people in the film. It's kind of funny, and they burn the Pope's hat. All this kind of shit's really funny.
It's called Senior Trip. That's Renner's.
Senior Trip. There you go. Senior Trip.
Probably third or fourth in the Trip series.
Yeah. What's your number 3? What's your number 3?
3 is Hugh Jackman in X-Men First Class.
That is a punt.
All right.
Wow.
Saving that. What do you got at 2?
Bill Murray in Zombieland.
It's my number 2.
There you go. Easily one of the most memorable cameos of all time. Bill Murray as a zombie. What's not to love?
He writes, they play Ghostbuster.
Yeah,
he regrets Garfield. Just an incredibly hilarious cameo. Out of nowhere, too.
Yeah, totally.
Out of nowhere. Oh, suddenly there's Bill Murray. And then their love for him is basically the expression of the audiences.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, fuck, Bill Murray? I'd love to hang out with Bill Murray. He seems like fun.
Right.
Yeah, it's a great... It's on... It makes everybody's list, and it's probably in everybody's top 3 to 5.
Then and what happens to him is so fucking funny. It's perfect, Bill Murray. All right, so those both are number 2s.
Correct.
So my number 1 is the punt from earlier, from just a few seconds ago. Hugh Jackman, X-Men First Class. When I was told it was going to be a cameos list, this was the first one to pop in my head. It was 100% going to be number 1 on the list. He was in it for like 10 seconds, says one line, but steals the whole movie with that one line. It was just perfect.
Yeah, he wrote, this seems like a cheat with Jackman being in every X-Men movie, but the F-off is awesome.
Yeah.
And it comes back and play a few movies later.
It does.
Yeah, no, it's straight up a cameo.
Yeah.
They walk into the bar. Hey, do you want to join us? Piss off. All right. Well, good day to you, sir.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, little does he know that Magneto's right there and could shred his body apart just by pulling out the adamantium. But still, got to show, game recognizes game.
Yep.
That's fine.
I was so surprised he wound up in there because there was no press about it that he was going to be in that. So it was great to see him be in that. So, yeah, I loved it. All right, what's your number 1?
1 is Alec Baldwin and Glengarry Glen Ross.
Oh, yeah, I guess that counts as a cameo because he's only in one scene for that speech. It's a bit of a stretch because it's like it's distinct...
Yeah, it's a long scene, though. Cameo to me usually means you're in and out.
Yeah.
But he writes, I work in sales. Every time I hear ABC always be closing, it reminds me of this movie.
Yeah.
Second prize is a set of steak knives. Third prize is you're fired.
That's right. Bricks, pal.
Yeah, I would imagine this is in that gray area to where it counts.
Yeah.
And people... It's like us with sequels. Sequel means direct follow-up, not 7th in the series.
Right. Or even 3rd in the series.
Yeah. Just like, well, that's not really a sequel to the first one, which is how we all understood that for a long time.
Growing up, yeah. Exactly.
For a new generation now where franchises have iterations like Fast, where there's just an obscene number, I guess it makes more sense to them.
Yeah.
But yeah, Glengarry, it's a great choice.
It's a good choice. I remember when I directed the play, I read the play, and I was shocked that the scene wasn't in there. I didn't know
they made it for the movie.
Yeah, they made it for the movie. And when I I was like, oh, man, I just lobbied for this whole thing, and the scene's not even in there. So there was a temptation, and they said at the time that I could have put it in, because it was at Florida State at the time, and they had a thing about rights and everything, but they said I could have put it in if I wanted to. But then I was like, nah, like let the play stand on its own, and the play does stand on its own. But that scene is fantastic in the movie. It's brilliant in the movie.
Well, it gives you the sense of urgency as to why these guys are trying to be outselling so hard.
Exactly.
Late into the night.
Exactly.
And
I think Mamet wrote it. So I think he did. So.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, those are the 10 movies from the 2 relists.
Yeah. Let's put this thing together.
And we will begin that now. All right. So
I think X-Men First Class is number 1, right?
Where do you have that again?
1. And you have it at 3?
Need to pull back up. Yes.
So
works for me.
Okay. And then we both have Bill Murray Zombieland at 2.
Well, I think we both have 3, but
is it?
Yeah, but it would go. That's fine.
Okay.
Let's see. We don't have that. Don't have that. We both have Depp at what? 6, 7, 6, 8.
Yeah, 7 is what I have him as.
Do we have anything else in common? We do not.
Don't think so, my man.
All right, so 21 Jump Street. I'm just listing the movies.
Yeah.
So I'm not typing out all this.
Sounds good.
I'll try and remember who each one is as we go through. All right, so then what's your next highest? I got my number 1.
Do your number 1 then.
All right,
my next highest is Matt Damon, so.
Oh, it's Euro?
Yeah, Euro Trip.
Let me see. All right, and then what number is that?
3.
All right, easy peasy.
Okay.
I got Airplane at 4, but we're striking that from the list.
We are.
So I got Kurt Russell, Forrest Gump, 5.
Okay. My Mike Tyson is still around for me at 4.
All right, Mike Tyson Hangover. It is.
So, but let's give your 5.
Yeah, since we nixed.
Yeah.
All right. You're what, 5?
Yeah, I've got 5. It's Matt Damon again, this time for Thor Ragnarok. Should we strike him? Like, should we pick one of the 2? Or? All right, that's fair.
Yeah, I would have Ragnarok over Euro Trip, but that's just me.
Me too.
I got 7, Michael Jackson, Men in Black 2.
I still got 6 with Cam Neely, Dumb and Dumber.
All right, Dumb and Dumber. And what's your 7?
Johnny Depp, which we already did.
Oh, we already did.
Okay, so that's your 7.
Men in Black 2.
Yeah. Is that it?
That is it.
Damn. All right, there we go. All right, let's do this thing. Okay. The top 10 movie cameos on the relist, yeah. At number 10.
Michael Jackson and Men in Black 2.
At number 9.
Cam Neely and Dumb and Dumber.
At number 8.
Matt Damon and Thor Ragnarok.
At number 7.
Kurt Russell and Forrest Gump.
At number 6.
Mike Tyson in The Hangover.
At number 5.
Matt Damon again in Euro Trip.
At number 4.
Alec Baldwin and Glenn Ross.
At number 3.
Johnny Depp, 21 Jump Street.
At number 2.
Bill Murray, Zombieland.
And our number 1 movie cameo on the relist is
Hugh Jackman in X-Men First Class.
Yeah, fuck off. There you go. That's great stuff.
And Michael also wrote that he had to leave some of these movies off of his list, like Happy Gilmore, Hot Fuzz, Young Frankenstein, Wedding Crashers, Muppets Movie, Anchorman 1 and 2.
Who's the cameo in Wedding Crashers? It isn't Will Ferrell. He has like 3 scenes. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
Because everybody else has a part.
Yep. Everybody else has a part. Interesting. Okay. Well, there you go. It's always fun to talk about the cameos. This was a fun list, actually, to count down. A lot of choices. There's like 1 million cameos that you could choose from in so many different films. So I love the choices that were in here. So thank you to Johanna Lenaverta, Michael D. Dyke, and Frank Montoya. And, of course, to Christopher Alexakos for making this all happen.
Yeah, Chris for hustling, man. We so thoroughly appreciate it. And to Joe Barr and Mike Shea that helped us on the back end of editing these down and posting them on different places. Thanks to you and Matt Hasso and Kristen Smith for the social media side.
Totally.
Without the 5 of you, then none of this would be possible. Mm-hmm. And our thanks to all of you and those people in London that are hearing this or anywhere that wants to travel in. We cannot wait to see you come May 2nd. It's a Saturday night in London.
Yeah.
Go to kingsplace.co.uk to pick those tickets up, and we're both looking forward to it. It's going to be an awesome time.
Yeah.
It was probably the highlight of both of our years last year.
Agreed.
And we're both now looking forward to it, looking at the flights and hotels and all that jazz right now. So the reality is starting to set in. We got to apply for work visas and do all the things that make it, truly real. So we can't wait to see all of you there. And if you haven't got your ticket, please pick them up now, because we'd like to sell this out like we did last year, well in advance. Because, it takes the pressure off of us, because then we get to enjoy it while we're there. So it's done. We don't have to push anymore. There's no more sales. We're just here to have a good time.
Exactly.
So please hit us up at kingsplace.co.uk. You can follow me anywhere at Matt Nost, and check out my other podcast, Embrace the Hate. Just search for that anywhere you get podcasts, and you'll find it.
There you go. Follow me at The Rocha Says on Twitter and on Instagram to see all the things I'm doing there. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/John Rocha Says. That's it for this episode of The Relist.
Relist.